capitalism has historically grown, usually through uneven geographical development. A place develops and becomes hegemonic. If I was giving a talk of this sort back in the 1980s, we would be talking about Japan, and we would be talking about West Germany, as it was at the time. That these were, the, if you like, the prime economies, and everybody had to do what the Japanese are doing, so everybody started talking about just-in-time kind of production systems and all the rest of it. By the time you get to the 1990s, Japan has fallen into crisis, Germany is mixed up with its kind of reunification. So who's top dog in the 1990s? Well, you have the Washington Consensus, which is basically the United States emerging in the Clinton years as a growth economy with the dot-com economy and all of this kind of stuff. And so the U.S. starts to become kind of hot, top dog, and everybody, basically the U.S. says to everybody, with the end of history and all the rest of it, everybody has to be like us because we've got the answer to how capitalism should or should not be. Okay, there's a economic crash of 2001. There's then the kind of the housing bubble, and then the crash of 2007, 2008. And the question of who's top dog right now is kind of and who everybody should copy is becoming kind of really an interesting sort of global competitive scene. And you can start to see the emergence of these different regional hegemons. There's the China circuit, if you want it is. There's the North American circuit and the European circuit, with Japan uneasily in the middle of a lot of this. So here we have a situation where the Chinese are beginning to move into the top dog position. And if they move into the top dog position, you then ask yourself, what kind of capitalism is this going to be about? And that's where the artificial intelligence comes in, because the Chinese have decided that artificial intelligence is the future. Now, what is artificial intelligence about? Well, it's about actually finding a way to remove labor from the production process. And this is, I think, then the big question as to what's going to happen to labor. And that, I think, I will deal with in the next program. Thank you for joining me today. You've been listening to David Harvey's Anti-Capitalist Chronicles, a Democracy at Work production. A special thank you to the wonderful Patreon community for supporting this project.